going on, party people? Or should I say, welcome back, party people. This is part 2 of my Lego Daily Bugle unveiling, which technically isn't an unveiling now because you've already seen it if you've watched the first video. Have you been skipping? Have you come straight to part 2 because you want to see me build Legos? Listen, hey, honestly, gonna be real with you. I don't mind because guess what? Either way, you're viewing some awesome content. You're viewing content that you're gonna love, you're gonna enjoy, you're gonna appreciate. And guess what? I'm gonna love, enjoy, and appreciate it with you because I'm building Lego and you're enjoying me building Lego. I think it's a win-win here. I think we've got a great thing going for us. Yes, so in the last part, because you may have skipped it, I'm just letting you know, I unboxed my Lego Daily Bugle. This is the largest Lego set I've ever owned. This is, I believe, the second largest Lego modular in existence right now at the time of recording this video. And the plan is to put it on this shelf right behind me and use that as like the foundation for my Spider-Man display. Now, if you've been following me on any of my platforms, which I'm on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, follow me on all of those. Isaiah's Ultiverse, you can't miss me. If you've been following along with this journey for about a month and a half, I've been building up a Lego Spider-Man display on this shelf. And the goal is to basically, well, I won't say get every Spider-Man character, but get all the ones that I really want and then make a really cool display. That's basically what we're going for. And all the ones I really want happen to be most of the Spider-Man characters that have been created in Lego. So basically, we're reaching to get all of them, and then if we happen to get all of them at the end, then that's fine. Yes, so the intention here is very clear, and I want to go ahead and get started. So I've got bags number 1 through 5 right here on my desk, and we're going to get started with this build, and I'm going to chat it up with you guys while I do this. Now, I'm going to try and focus because I don't want this video to get too long. But obviously, we're here to have a good time, so it doesn't matter. I know you guys enjoy my company. I enjoy yours for sure. So let's just have a time with it. I'm opening bags, and I haven't even opened the instructions. In what world do they do that? The world where Isaiah's Ultiverse exists, which is currently this one, actually. I'm pretty sure I'm one of very few people who may mistakenly or intentionally do that. So, I guess this would kind of be an unboxing of its own. Here we have the instruction manual, which manual is definitely the word. This thing is thick. It's chunky. That's a whole lot of pages. I see it's almost 400 pages, it looks like. And I'm sure it's multiple instructions on each page. I'm sure to save space and stuff like that. Oh, wow. This is kind of cool, though. They've got, like, cover art, almost like it's a magazine. Right there with the Daily Bugle news strip right there on the front, and then on the back you kind of got well, it just looks like standard Lego advertisement. Also, did y'all hear that? It sounded like I was one of those birds from Finding Nemo. Mike, that kind of thing. So it's got a few introduction pages here. It says, take the Bugle Tower tour. So right here we've got a little introduction. It's kind of blurry, but there we go. Got a little introduction page, a whole lot to read. I will, of course, go over this at some point on my own time, but you guys aren't here for me to read. You're here for me to show you cool bricks, and that's exactly what I'm here to do. But first, let's look at the characters we get. Got a whole myriad of characters there. You can take a look for yourself, but obviously we're going to look at those and talk about those as we build the thing, so no need to worry about that. You're not missing anything. Yeah, it seems like this thing is jam-packed full of all the potential play features and design aspects and all that stuff of this set, and I'm really, really enjoying it. This looks like it's going to be a heck of an experience. I hope that this build isn't too repetitive and mundane. I hear a lot of very large Lego sets have that problem, but I'm thinking by the looks of it, it doesn't have that issue too much. It looks like most of it on the outside is going to be that kind of similar build. It's going to be very uniform, but obviously with the different details and additions on each floor, I think we're going to be okay. So let's get straight to it. This is a very nice instruction booklet, by the way. I appreciate this. So it looks like for bags 1, 2, and 3, that's going to be our first level. So we've got level 1 going down on levels 1 for bags 1, 2, and 3. Level 4 and 5 is more details for that level. So for level 1, still on 4 and 5. And then we finally move to building the second level with 6, 7, and 8. That's great. They kind of tell us what we can expect in each. Also, it has a list of all the minifigures that we're actually going to be building in each level or from each set of bags. So that's awesome to know too, because I was curious. This thing has 4 levels, so it's quite tall. 4 levels. It looks like they are using, I don't know. We'll say it's about 16 studs high for each level, which is pretty tall. It's about like right here, maybe, for each level. So this is gonna be pretty nice. I'm probably gonna do the smart thing and like secure it to my shelf with command strips, because this shelf is very sturdy. Like, it doesn't rock at all, and I'm shaking it pretty fiercely right now. It doesn't rock at all, even when I tap or hit it. It's very firm, and I've got it pressed against the wall and my desk, so it's stable on its own. But I don't want to risk it. So I'm probably going to end up securing this thing down to my shelf like the good, intelligent Lego builder I am. All right. It's been 6.5 minutes of yapping. Let's get down to business. Let's get down to business to defeat the Hun. Love that movie. Mulan. Shout out to Mulan. All right. Oh, and then, of course, I didn't even turn the page, but it shows us on the next page over the other bags and stuff that will give us the individual minifigures that we'll be seeing throughout the build. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Looks like in bag 1, to start us off, we're getting Peter Parker's Rock and Firm Foundation, Aunt May. Aunt May is going to be in the set. Now, speaking of Peter's Rock and Firm Foundation, a very popular relationship of Peter Parker's. Hold up 1 second. There we go. A very popular relationship of Peter Parker's is him and Mary Jane. I'm surprised Mary Jane wasn't included in this, but I'm kind of glad she's not, because a little fun fact about Isaiah, I am a D1 Mary Jane hater, specifically Mary Jane Watson, not Michelle Jones from the No Way Home movies. I love Michelle Jones mainly because she's played by Zendaya, but also because she's a much better character than Mary Jane. Mary Jane is terrible to Peter, at least in the 2002 Sam Raimi movies. So, yeah. If you've seen those movies and you see how Mary Jane interacts with Peter, you can kind of understand where I'm coming from. If not, I mean, hey, there you go. That's your prerogative. But as for me, not an MJ fan. I do love Michael Jackson, though. All right, let's get back. Oh, I forgot I already opened it. Already, I am dropping stuff. I pray I didn't just lose any pieces. Lord Jesus, please tell me I didn't lose any pieces. Most of them I spilled in my lap, it looks like. But it would be just my favorite, just my outcome that I spill this thing and lose pieces. I'm going to take a second to kind of pick up the pieces that I've apparently dropped. Ugh, that's so frustrating. No. Oh, wait. Hold up. This makes it a little bit better. I got a blue brick separator. I've never gotten one of these. All my brick separators are orange. So now I finally have the teal one. That kind of made this better. But now I need to actually stand up and move around and make sure I didn't lose anything, because this is a very expensive set. I spent almost $400 on this, and I refuse to lose. This is all the packaging that came in it, by the way. Let me move this to the side. I'm gonna just chuck that to the side real quick. Shaking everything, see if any pieces come out. See, there's another piece. Right here. Perfect. This seems like it's going to be a very interesting video already. I hope you're entertained, because I'm not enjoying this. As joyous and gleeful as I sound right now, I'm a little bit of the opposite. I'm gonna go behind you. Don't worry, I'm not doing anything up back here. Nothing to see. I'm totally not picking up Lego pieces that I dropped while being careless. Okay, I don't see any more right now, and there's really not much else, or not many other places to look. I'm gonna hope and I'm gonna pray that I didn't lose any piece, and if I did lose a piece, I hope and pray that it turns up. Simple as that. That's all I can really do. That's all I can really do. Because the show must go on. Ooh, that hurts. That was the first bag. That was the first bag. Oh my goodness. All right. So this is actually something I do to make sure I don't lose the tiny pieces, because we do have tiny bags that came in the big bag. I always use this little pink pail. This is a cute little pink pail I got a while back. I don't know what for, but I use it now, and I just pour my tiny pieces in there, and then that keeps them from being splayed all over my desk. Now, the larger pieces, obviously, they're easier to keep up with, which is why I'm glad I spilled the first bag and not the tiny bags that were in them, because if I spilled the tiny pieces, then it's almost guaranteed that I would lose them. There's a lot of space under my bed, and there's a lot of shoes under there. And it's very likely that those shoes will swallow a Lego piece whole. So, yeah. Anyways, building Aunt May. What is this on my shirt? I don't know what that is. Building Aunt May here. Very lovely lady. She's got a nice sweater. This is a nice sweater, Aunt May. Look at you. You're so stylish. I mean, I didn't know you had that kind of taste. But I mean, obviously you're a very seasoned person, so could be expected. Just wasn't sure. Wasn't sure fashion was your speed, but now that I know, be sure to get you a sweater next Christmas. All right, she's got this little cookie platter thing with printed tiles. That's really cool. Let me get this out. That's one of the difficulties with this, though. From time to time, it's very hard to pull pieces out because you have to reach down into this thing. And then the last thing I want is to like accidentally pour pieces out. So I have to be very careful with how I tilt it, if I'm going to tilt it. Or at the most, I have to like pour it very slowly onto whatever surface I'm building on to find the piece I need, and then fill it back up with the pieces I just poured out. It's tedious, but honestly, it's more worth it than potentially knocking one of these studs off. That was a terrible view of the stud, but I think you get it. All right. So far, we're looking kind of good. Minus that fluke of a drop I did earlier. We're looking all right. We're gonna get Aunt May her cookies. She can serve them. She can serve them at her bridge night or whatever she does. I wonder what Aunt May does. I know in the Ultimate Spider-Man series, with what is it, Drake Bell as the voice actor, Aunt May was pretty hardcore. Most of the things she did involved like skydiving and parasailing and, you know, swimming with dolphins and stuff. She was very radical. Aunt May was always doing stuff, and it was cool. I don't know about this Aunt May though. She seems a little bit more reserved in her behavior. I would assume because she's an older version of Aunt May. You know, the Aunt May from the show is more like Auntie May. This one, she's definitely aunt. But I digress. It's funny. I was looking at these little green tiles and wondering why there weren't 100 bills printed on them, because I'm so used to seeing the Lego money piece. I wonder if there are any of those in here. Is anybody robbing banks in this set or not? I guess not, because the Daily Bugle doesn't really have a bank. But also, I was thinking to myself, I don't know about most of the play features of this set. I intentionally neglected to look at any information about this set other than what it was and like the minifigures and stuff that came into it, because I wanted to have the fun of being able to partake of whatever this thing has to offer firsthand for the first time. No spoilers, right? Or as few spoilers as possible. So I don't know if this thing has like an elevator feature or whatever, but it would be really cool if it did. Also, guys, I'm going to let you know, where is it? I use this a lot. This is a paintbrush. It's a standard paintbrush that I picked up from Walmart. And while I'm building, what I like to do is I like to go over whatever pieces I'm using at the time and just kind of brush them off, because from time to time I'll be building and there'll be like a piece of hair or dust or something that'll get where I'm about to place a brick. And in my mind, just knowing that there's potentially dirt and dust on this thing inside of it after I've like built it and put stuff on top of it, it's just so infuriating that I don't want to just leave it there. I think it's a bit of OCD, honestly, but hey, I'll charge it to the game. All right, so we can finally start putting pieces together after all that. And I'm just going to load them up. Just going to enjoy taking my time putting these pieces on here. This is so crazy. This is reality. Like, I'm not in a simulation right now. This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. And that's the thing, man. Like, as a kid, you see stuff like this. You see people get stuff like this. When I was a kid, for instance, I saw online on YouTube and stuff, people were just balling out on Lego. And I was like, wow, I would love to do that one day. Thinking it was almost impossible, too. There were times I had my doubts, and I was like, that's never going to be me. I'm just a kid. I don't have that kind of money or anything like that. And here I am. I'm only 20, and I just bought a $400 Lego set. Responsibly, too. I didn't irresponsibly, spend savings or something just because I wanted this. This is not only a desire, but it's an investment, because I have this channel now where I'm working towards the goal of being monetized and all that stuff. And there's actual genuine support for what I do. Like, you guys watch my content. The video I posted just yesterday got 5.5 thousand views in 4 hours. That's more than 1,000 views per hour. I'm ratioing out here, bro. It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. And once again, this is only the beginning. There is so much more to be achieved, so much more work to be done. And I mean, of course, that's great, but I need to enjoy where I am right now. I dare not take for granted how far I've come and where I am and what I'm able to do now, just because I'm thinking about the future and what is to come. I never want to overlook what I have, but I never want to overlook what I have to give attention to what I want, if that makes sense. Especially if I haven't given my all into appreciating what I currently have. This is very quickly turned into a me venting kind of thing, but I'm okay. Lego gives me a sense of peace, so I'm fine with that being the result of me putting bricks together. Is me feeling open about my thoughts and emotions and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Who would have ever thought? Who would have ever thought these little plastic bricks could pull on your heartstrings? You know what? The older I get, the more I realize I'm a very quirky individual. There are other 20-year-olds. I am 20, by the way. I know, I have to remind myself sometimes. There are other 20-year-olds out. They have, families. They have jobs. That's a train. They have families. They have jobs. They have things they're dedicated to, responsibilities, all that stuff. Maybe they're party people. Not like you and me, but they party frequently, and they do all these things, and I'm just like, bro, give me a quiet afternoon, quiet evening, and some plastic bricks. I'm set. That's the life for me. That's all I desire. And of course, Jesus. I love Jesus, by the way. I don't know if I told you guys that. He is my Lord. He is my Savior, and he's my love, man. He's done a lot for me. He's a big reason, a big contributor to why I am where I am right now in the realm of Lego and content creation, all this stuff. It's all because of him. And I say that with confidence because I remember when I decided to start a channel, the first thing I told him was I went to him in prayer and I was like, listen, I have this desire and I don't want it to be this thing where I come to you and ask you for it just because I want it. I want it to be this thing where I get to proclaim your name and tell people about how great you are and how much you've done for me through, I guess, the art of Lego, right? And by doing that, you know, he saw fit that I was blessed to do this. And so I'm here now, and I'm doing exactly what I told him I was going to do. I'm praising his name and building bricks. And I'm telling you, I couldn't be more joyous. Well, I could be more joyous. There is definitely more joy to be had here, but like as of now, the joy's looking pretty peak. we are looking good, chat. We are looking good. I'm making Twitch streamer references and I don't even stream on Twitch. Maybe I should. Maybe I should stream on Twitch. That would be great. Wouldn't y'all like that? Would y'all like that if I streamed on Twitch? Oh man. But yeah, there's a lot to be contributed to Christ and who he is to me, what he means to me. And I'm always gonna give him the credit for that. I'm always gonna do my best anyways. And here goes one of those times I have to pour pieces out. By the way, guys, we're 20 minutes into the video, and this is all I have. So it's looking like we're gonna take a intermission, and by intermission I mean I'm gonna stop the video and keep building, and then come back to you guys once I've reached a certain point. Because I mean, a lot of you have already seen this build anyway. But beyond that, it would probably be like a 12-hour video if I went through the whole process of building this thing. So I tell you what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the video off. We're gonna call it here. I'm gonna build a lot of this off camera, at least try and get through like the first level. I think that'll be good for me to do with the time I have tonight. Maybe not the first level, but a decent percentage to the first level. And then I may do some live streams where I'm building up the set some more, getting some more progress done, maybe talking about my favorite figs, maybe just chatting it up with you guys. But definitely, this set will definitely be involved. So stay tuned for that. If you're not following me on Instagram, you need to go ahead and do that, because that is where I live stream as of now. I have thoughts and ideas about streaming on other platforms, but as of now, Instagram is where I do all of my live streaming. So go follow me on there. And if you can't, and you think you're going to miss out, well, don't worry. I'm going to recap whatever I can in the next video of this series, which I guess it has to be a series now because this is a whole lot of building. So in the next video of this series, I will be recapping everything that I've done progress-wise. And yeah, we'll go from there. This is going to be really fun. I suspect that this is going to be like a month's worth maybe of content. I'm hoping, because this is a whole lot of building, and I want to milk as much content from this as possible. So we're gonna be talking about the Daily Bugle a lot, and we're not just gonna be talking about the Daily Bugle and what it is, but we're also gonna be talking about my plans for the Daily Bugle and what I'm gonna do with it. So stay tuned. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one.